What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. Hope everybody is enjoying their New Year's Day today. Of course, I'll be live in about 5 hours for the Lakers and Suns. Hope you guys are tuning in for that. I'm actually getting ready to watch the Rose Bowl game here in a few minutes, but I just wanted to kind of discuss the article that came out about Matt Rhule's plan on going back to Baylor and not pursuing a job in the NFL. Remember, Chase Young also had this same plan to return to Ohio State for his senior year and forego the draft. And we all know that was just kind of a farce. And that I don't even know why that article got started, but we all know Chase Young was never going back to Ohio State. Now, I'm not going to say that this is as concrete that Matt Rhule will not return to Baylor as Chase Young not returning to Ohio State, but you never know. What I'll say about this, I take this article with a grain of salt. I don't know how much stock I put into this. Matt Rhule's done a fantastic job turning the Temple program around and then going to Baylor and turning that program around as well. They have a very prestigious bowl tonight against a very tough Georgia Bulldogs team. And if you watch the difference between the SEC and the Big 12, there's really no comparison. Just look at what happened to my Sooners. Now, I don't feel Lincoln Riley had us prepared, but maybe LSU is just that much better. Georgia's a very tough football team, and if Matt Rhule has his focus anywhere else, you would see Baylor get blown out much like Oklahoma did. Obviously, Baylor has got to have 100% focus on beating the Georgia Bulldogs and winning this bowl game. It's been a long time since they've been this relevant and played in a bowl game of this importance. So Matt Rhule obviously wants 100% focus on his team. He don't want his kids worried about where he's going to be next year or anything else like that. So obviously, he's, focused on winning this bowl game and getting Baylor back to prominence. I don't believe that this has any effect on what he may do in the future. Now, of course, when this is all said and done, after the bowl game, if he decides to decline the Giants interview, much like he did the Cleveland Browns, and obviously his plan probably is to go back to Baylor. But I wouldn't read too much into any of this until this bowl game is over and until he comes out after this game and says, I plan on returning to Baylor. He didn't say he's 100% going back to Baylor. He never said, nope, I'm not pursuing a job in the NFL. I'm going back to Baylor 100%. I'm going to be here for the foreseeable future. That's not what he said. He said the plan is. And the plan is always to return to where you're going to go, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to return there. So I wouldn't put too much stock into this. It's very possible he does return to Baylor, but again, until it is 100% concrete where he says, I'm not interested in an NFL job, I'm not interested in coaching in the NFL, I'm going to go back to Baylor, I want to win the Big 12, I want to win a national championship, I want to accomplish all this stuff at Baylor before I go to the NFL, then I'll believe it. I don't believe any of this speculation until it's actually 100% concrete. He has not come out and said positively he's going to return to Baylor. He says the plan is to return to Baylor. So plans change. We all know that. We'll see what Matt Rhule does in the coming days. Obviously, this is a guy that is top on the Giants' priority list of bringing a head coach in here. He's the guy that I want. And we will see what happens in the future. Until then, guys, I'm going to go watch the Rose Bowl game. And hopefully I see you for the Lakers and Suns tonight. Until then, it's a Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am out of here. Peace!